I'm not sure if that will qualify people, but I think so. Okay. So Pad is going to be playing over on the Guardian with Dragon Hunter. We saw his build. Thybzz is going to be playing on the Warrior, of course. He's going to be going for Discipline, Defense, and Berserker's Checkers Amulet. He's going to be going for Rabid with Rune of the Crates. Nothing crazily different other than the fact that he is going to be going for Longbow today, which we do see, obviously, multiple times. Watching out for those skull cracks, of course. Be careful of the grinder, sir. See how well they come out
Hold on to your points.
into the map. Facecam is here. Okay, let's go. Pad versus Thybzz in this first round of this ESL Weekly 1v1 tournament in the EU. Watch out for future tournaments. Pad engages with his sword too, of course. Bit of fury wasted there. Quick engage. Didn't really need to do that so early. Wanted to get some light. Oh, runs right through the field of fire. Not a good idea. Needs to remove himself some of those conditions. Use those use his virtue. Would have got rid of a lot of those conditions. Obviously, he wants to keep it for the passive healing. He used it before the application of conditions as well. Renewed focus is not going to help him to survive that. He needed to use that Condi removal a little bit earlier, and did actually use it too much. I would agree with myself on that one. Sorry, too quickly, too hastily, over just a couple of those conditions removed. Wouldn't have removed all of those conditions as well. But hey ho. Unfortunate for Pad there. This Dragon Hunter is a pretty good Condi removing machine. If I was a Pad playing versus a Warrior, I would not be going for Longbow. I would actually be going for Hunter's Fortification here, which I think would be a lot better to use, especially if he's going to be able to, he's got blocks and whatnot. He's got the focus. He's got his virtue as well to block. He could even go for a block heal, and he can get Aegis as well pretty easily. So a lot of Condi removal is available to him, but he's not going to go for that, unfortunately, and is going to stay with this build indeed. Obviously, Absolute Resolution removes 2 conditions, and you've got the 2 under the actual ability as well. So you can remove up to, well, a ton of conditions on that second virtue, so doesn't want to use it under 5 or so. Going for Smite condition there. This is the thing with the 1v1s, like meta builds are cool in the 5v5 situations, but sometimes you want to just adapt to your build to go versus the other player. Obviously, in this case, which is what I forgot just then, and we're talking about in relevance to the Warrior, is the fact that he's going against Revenant now. So not too bad. He doesn't want to go for that now because obviously conditions are not a thing. And yes, so we're going to see how well it's going to go against the burst of Thybzz here. She gets off some nice burning there. Nice pull as well, and the Revenant doesn't grab, and obviously not as easy to grab stability nowadays for the Revenant. And actually gets taken down quite easily. Pad doing a fantastic job there. Does not take any prisoners whatsoever. And he's going to go out of this matchup. I mean, he's going for toughness there. Obviously he wants to change off that. Equilibrium. He didn't really get to do anything there at all. Poor bugger. Thybzz is going to be staying on the Revenant now. That's going to be 1-1. I'm just going to change the score. Wow, I didn't even get time to say anything. Jesus. So that's going to be 1-1 between these two players. Oh, that bloody... Just got to wait for this to just resolve because of the actual bug on the map. So yeah, welcome to the ESL 1v1 Cup. Oh wow, Pad has just been wiped from existence on the scoreboard apparently. 1-1 so far. Obviously, the winner has to switch classes. Loser stays on the class throughout the actual series itself. So Pad will be switching. Thybzz has to stay on the Revenant.
Red team wins a capture point.
Thijsken trying to give advice in the chat. to Dries. What is Dries running? He's running Scrapper. This is one of our admins. There we go. Okay. Pad versus Thybzz 1-1. If you have any questions about me betraying NA or whatever that means, this is a tournament I'm casting. Don't know what you mean. I'm silly. We're going to see about getting up some ESL NA tournaments as well. Those are different things. Also, there is a 2v2 tournament which runs weekly. This is a 1v1 tournament for 800 gems for second place and 2k for first. So it's not too bad. Amount of gemmers for your buck. Thybzz staying on the Revenant. This is Pad. He's going to be playing Warrior now. Signup might. That unblockable attack is just. It's annoying as hell. Especially if you're an engineer. Right, okay, so Defense, Discipline, and Berserker here. He's going to be going for Rabid with crates as well. See how well he does in this. It's a pretty different build. Condi application, of course. Revenant's going to be played, of course, by... Oh, he's going for Marauder and Leadership here, keeping up those boons. Thought he was going to go for Hammer there. Starts with the Staff. Got to be careful about the Condis. The Condis are going to be the biggest problem for the Revenant. He is taking a lot of the damage. Does remove some. Let's go for Shield 5 to block a lot of the damage, get himself some healing. Needs to move out of that fire field, which he is permanently standing in. Evades with the Assassin stance back, withdraws. Doesn't get any of the Unrelenting Assault off as well. I believe that the Warrior was blocking that damage through Shield. Back into Longbow for himself. At range is going to stay on point. He has got couple of ticks on the node as well at the moment. He's dropping quite low. Thybzz needs to keep on him, so make sure that that damage is... Sorry, his health is not going to regen quite quickly. We know what Warrior is like. Adrenal health is horrible. Feel like the Revenant is going to be taken down here. He is attacked while he has his heal up, so Pad does just disengage for a moment. Needs to be careful that he doesn't attack him there. The 1v1 versus a Revenant. It's you know, it's that heal. I mean, Pad obviously knowing... I think Pad is one of these players who is learning week by week in this 1v1 tournament. Like, he's trying to get better, and he really is. I think, actually, I'm quite proud of this man right now. Although Pad is does block the Unrelenting Assault from the Revenant there. AoE comes down from Pad. I think he's going to get knocked back. Does dodge the Elite coming out from Thybzz. And Thybzz, unfortunately, for Pad, does pull out his heal. Might win this 1v1 in the end. Immobilize comes out onto Pad as well. He's going to go down, and that's Thybzz turning it round, really. Wow. Good job. Good job from that man. That's going to be 2-1 to Thybzz, and he will go through to the next round. Pad, unfortunately, unlucky there. Thybzz does a fantastic job. Grab himself damage, offense, healing, and kills. Good job. Hello, Bowsler. You alright, dude? We will be moving on to the next round. I'm not sure who that would be. We'll have to wait and see, though. Looks like Thijsken gets a free ride through to the next round. This will be more than likely whoever is actually in the arena at the moment. Which I don't know is how many people. Oh, people have actually turned up. Good job. My Mesmer looks a bit weird, not going to lie. So we're going to have Cookie... Cookie? That was a weird spelling of it. Cookie versus Bowsler. Or Bowsler. There we go. See what's coming out from these guys. Bowsler is going to pick Thief first. Oh god. Please don't be that build. Please don't be that build. If anyone's wondering why the ESL is 1v1 is today instead of Thursday, it just got postponed today, guys. It will be back on Thursday next week. continuing from then, so don't worry. It's okay. Oh dear. We know what's going to happen with this build. Now, if you don't know what's going to happen with this build, maybe we'll wait and see. But yeah, he might as well just not have another weapon set, in all honesty. Basically, he's going to be doing a lot of damage with dodge. Now, thankfully for Cookie, he's playing Guardian. And he's probably quite a good build to take this guy out, especially if he can lock him down. Don't know where he's going. He's got some awesome loot there. The Nightmare Shield and whatnot, as well as the bats from Halloween. Looking very of a flash, may I say. So Bowsler is going to be able, should get quite far in this tournament with this build, in all honesty, which we could see something change to that in the future. I'm surprised no one has brought this build in previously, to be honest. It is one of those builds. He would probably lose his mind. Okay, he starts to engage. Good dodge coming out from Cookie. The trap's there. A lot of damage onto the thief already. You can see the amount of, you know, he could just vault, dodge in. The thing is, the Guardian has to keep his distance to a degree. Aegis is good as well, so he needs to try and get that up as much as possible to block some of that incoming dodge damage, which is going to be good. Now, I've got DH versus this build is very, very good, especially when he has to move away, and I think the Guardian could win this as long as he's got, maybe if he's got his Sword 2 available and up. He needs to switch into that quite soon, quite shortly. Gets himself some protection, puts him into the down state, and there we go, you saw it. Sword 2 on that young man. Just a few auto attacks along with the extra damage, and that's a good job. So Kizikit obviously porting onto him when he's trying to take a bit of a break from the dodging and the vaulting around. But there you go. Completely doable. Cookie shows that he is the monster. Bad joke. Anyway, good job from him. Moving on to the next round. That is going to be 1-0 to the Dragon Hunter. Beast mode. I like that. Not even vault spamming, exactly. Bolster has... Now this is where it could get difficult, because this will benefit him greatly, depending on what he is going to use next. Now this is the only thing about this tournament where... Well, the potential to come back now is massive, because you can... The thing is there's counters in Guild Wars 2. There's builds that counter each other. It's obvious. But also, there are different levels of skill for players as well. So, you know, someone might be using a build which might be able to carry them quite consistently. If they can't play it properly, then of course, you know... or play it to the maximum skill level, I suppose. I'll say skill level with a very, you know, resistant tongue. That they won't be able to push themselves too far. Now, Cookie will probably be able to win this as well, actually, I would say, on the Revenant. Being able to get Unrelenting Assault off will probably... he's going to be able to avoid a lot of that damage as well. Remember, we've got a Withdraw. You can see him trying to just keep out of that range, the AoE kind of damage that's coming around there. Blocks that damage as well. See the dodge. He hasn't got a dodge available, hasn't got an evade, so he uses the shield 5. So, you know, that makes complete sense. You can see again, he's playing it very clever. He knows how to avoid the damage coming out from the thief in this build. But the problem is because he's got so much evade that Cookie is trying to survive more than anything else. And Olo comes in there. I believe we saw a Small Days coming out. Even the slightest CC will help him so much. Knockback isn't going to come out onto the thief though. So he evades. Cookie is quite close now, needs to get out, he does. There you go. Shield 5, as he's not got any. He does have dodge available. Unrelenting Assault was good. Now he's going to be able to get his heal off. Now he wants to be in close range, because as soon as he dodges away, he's going to get healed. But Cookie did miss a little bit of that. He's going to be able to take him down. He should be able to. Although, oh no, he does. Good job from Cookie. He played that very well. if you know, it's just when he lands, and I learned this from a couple of guys I'm playing with recently as well, how to handle it better. It's just like, and it's obvious, but it's more difficult for someone like me who's quite old. Obviously, just watching for when he lands on the dodge, and just making sure you get your damage off at those times, keeping it ranged so you obviously don't get taken out. When damage is not applied to you in that AoE when he does land from the dodge as well, from the vault. And that's going to be Cookie 2-0. Congratulations to him. Good job. Good job indeed. Yes, I would agree that, you know, most classes can win in a lot of different situations in 1v1s. Even if they just switch maybe an ability sometimes or a trait up in some situations. So, where are we with this? Cookie versus Bowsler, there we go. Okay, so it's going to be MadamSian versus Rajmund. Okay. Obviously, guys, make sure that you enter into these tournaments. You yourself could win some gemmers. 800 or 2k for first. Don't believe MadamSian is actually here either, so we'll have to wait and see. If you're NA as well and you're interested in a 1v1 tournament or a 2v2, then speak up in chat, because, you know, it's something that we could organise in the future. Interest is the thing which is important for that, so you need to say what you want to do in life. Make your opinion known. Do it! Oh, we're actually not going to go with that setup because I don't believe he is here at the moment. This is going to be Tangle versus Thybzz. Just due really to the fact that obviously tournament was postponed slightly. Let's see what this guy is going to go for. He's not going to go for... Tangle is not going to go for that build. He's going to go for dagger pistol with the short bow. Deadly Arts, Trickery, and Daredevil there. You can see, obviously, he's going for the dash over. The good old bound. The good old bound, indeed. Okay, I'm just waiting to see if Thybzz is going to come back into the arena. Should be coming back in. It would be good. It would be good to actually have some arena stuff in Guild Wars 2, I agree. I think that would be quite a nice little addition. Like tournaments as well. Apparently for the Thybzz has been spawned on the other side of the map. That's odd. Okay, let's start this game off. 1v1 between Tangle and Thybzz. Sorry, Thybzz? Can't fucking say that properly. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to swear there. This is going to be a quarter final, leading on to the semi next, I would assume. Although, Thijsken versus Spock, I don't think Spock is going to be here.
Hold on to your points. Seize theirs.
Tangle just going out into the map, seeing if we're going to drop some stealth for himself. We've seen a lot of thieves coming into this 1v1s, not stealthing up beforehand and just engaging and holding on to their stealth to make sure. I think it's something to do with obviously making sure you don't get the capture point, because obviously if you get the capture point in favour of yourself, then obviously up to 50 points you will win the round as well. It's not just killing your opponent, getting himself more stealth. Does get immobilized there actually. Just engaging again, porting onto him with that pistol. This is going to be difficult for the thief, I do believe, especially if he eats that damage coming out from the mace. He's got stealth again. Oh, blinding powder. Although the problem is as well, like you can't really get close to him, and when he's stealthing himself, he's actually giving capture points to the warrior. So it's actually quite a tough matchup for him, especially. I mean, Tangle as well could have picked Thief to force out the warrior, but we'll have to wait and see. Because Thybzz does have to change now, so there could be a little bit of a tactic coming out from Tangle on this. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, there is a bit of, I mean, we can have a discussion about this after the stream, maybe. There there are lots of things going on in the NA Guild Wars 2 PvP scene. Not many people is one of them. Which is why hopefully tournaments will bring that out. Not perma-dodging on FIFA in 2017. Or maybe you won't be able to do that in future. I'm sure there's been enough complaints about it for that to change in the future. I would expect. I don't know anything about that at all. Like, I'm not saying I know anything, but I would expect that to be a change coming in the future, because that build is just can carry people to legend. It's ridiculous. Or at least hitting legend and then coming back down. See it happen. You see it happen. Yeah, next one they get even more. That's it. That's it. Oh, Guardian coming out for Thybzz. A good... Should be able to take him out pretty easily. I mean, I would say even if you're not very good at Guardian or Dragon Hunter, no pressure, dude. Sorry, I know you're in the chat. You would have quite a good chance. I don't know how experienced Tangle is on Thief, or how good he's at his 1v1s. It's always interesting to have Thybzz in the 1v1 tournament, because a lot of people play Thybzz in different ways. You know, some people play it for you know, the way it's meant to be played, where you play it +1 and you run around the map and you decap and you can get cheeky caps and you +1, you can get nice kills, finish people on low HP, of course, as well. And some people stay for the fight and even go for the 1v1s, and nowadays it's actually more possible to win that. We should gain stealth on dodge. Wasn't there? Oh my god, there was something about that a long time ago. But yeah, we are going to go when ready, which is now.
The match starts soon.
Astrid Svalbard. Wow. You guys and your names. Tangle versus Thybzz. Thybzz on the blue team. Won his previous round. ESL 1v1. You can see well they do right now as well. Tangle has a last chance to get back into this. If he can't win this matchup, Thybzz will go through to the semi-final. See how well he does in this round. Seeing again how the Thief does approach this fight. How well it goes for him. He wants those gemmas, you can tell. He needs them. He looks like a hobo right now. Can't even see his eyes. Oh wow. Just the port onto the Thief there takes him quite low. Re-engages, does dodge through the trap obviously, but re-engages through. Needs to make sure he has that dodge available. This is what I mean about the DH. Doesn't really need to make much effort. Dagger Pistol, he's going to go down here, maybe even through burning. Just one hit there from the Dragon Hunter does take him into downstate. And that's going to be the Dragon Hunter taking the round and the series. Thybzz goes through to the semi-final 2-0. Congratulations to him. We will go through to the next one. And good job. Fifth didn't really have much of a chance there, unfortunately. Dragon Hunter is horrible to go against versus as a Thief, of course. Standard normal person we're talking about. We're just talking about a normal regular person. You're all special in my eyes, but I'm talking about a regular player. I'm not talking about like someone like Sind or something crazy, who is just godlike. Thijsken is going to be gracing us with his presence in the ESL 1v1 tournament. Previous winner many times. Surprised we haven't seen Aurora and others entering today, but obviously it is a Friday over a Thursday, a Saturday. No. Okay. Don't forget, guys, as well, if you do have any team, or you are interested in entering the tournament on Sunday, then you can enter that. I'll post the link in the chat actually as well. It's the Tournament of GW2. So if you would like to honour our previous overlord of PvP, which definitely should be done, then get yourself involved in that. Holsef and Sind are both hosting that.
The match starts soon.
So get yourself in there, and you could have a good chance of winning some good amount of prizes. Actually, there's a lot that you could win from that tournament, coming relatively low. So there's a sign-up link for that tournament. I know it's an ESL tournament, and I just advertised another tournament, but that's a big thing for the Guild Wars 2 community, and I'm not sure. I don't think Dryz would mind me doing that. Lord Tywin or Rajmund going to be running with that Dragon Hunter. Marauder with Rune of the Lynx for movement speed there. Interesting. Probably something he uses more in 5v5s. Don't really need movement speed that much for this. I would say that might be quite a hindrance, especially versus someone like Thijsken. Block some damage potentially coming out. Thijsken is playing more of a relaxed style today, sorry. Going for Deadshot Amulet. Obviously he's playing Condition build right now. Going for Inventions, Alchemy, and obviously Firearms there as well. He's quite low, and versus this build, Thijsken probably will go down actually. This is one of the worst builds he could come across. He does have Gear Shield to block some of that damage. His heal is going to help him as well. He's, you know, the Dragon Hunter's got a lot of Condi removal as well. Like, it's just ridiculous, and I think Thijsken will go out here quite shortly. The Lord Tywin doing a good job. Thijsken is just trying to, every time he just gets a little bit of a gap, he's trying his hardest here. I mean, this is, he could just play Scrapper and probably win this quite easily, but the Lord Tywin, or Rajmund, does get the cap as well, and Thijsken is trying to bait him out a bit. Nice knockback to interrupt that heal that was going to come out from Thijsken. So actually, really, I mean, Rajmund is doing quite a good job here. He's aware of the animations. He knows what skills he's going to use, when he's going to use them. He has interrupted him on different occasions, so he's actually doing quite well. So it's nice to see someone of that caliber in the tournament as well. Thijsken will probably go down now. There you go. Had his heal up, well, of course, not going to be able to take him out in the end. Condition builds. I didn't know that music changed when someone got the win. I haven't heard the music for ages. When did that change? Wow, okay. It's quite cool. Yes, 50 points on the cap. So this is to avoid, you know, permanent stealth builds and permanent kiting. So if you capture the point and it goes to 50 points, then the person wins the fight as well. Thijsken does have to stay on that build there at the very least. And some fun stuff going on in chat as well. So yeah, looking good for them at the moment. If you have been entering into the tournament today, thank you for joining in indeed. And also for joining the chat, just checking out the tournament and what's going on. Tournaments, Raymond looks pretty cool with the glasses. These kind of tournaments help to keep you guys and the community together. So I endeavour you, just try and enter these tournaments. Go 1v1s, 2v2s, 5v5s. Any opportunity you have to improve or fight people in the competitive arena, if you want to improve as a player, is going to help you exponentially. So any chance you have of going to a tournament, just do it. Doesn't matter if you're interested in it and you want to dedicate some time and you play a lot of Guild Wars 2, just do it. Even if you lose and you just basically suck, you're going to learn something from it every single time. I would really encourage you to do so. That's how Thijsken started anyway. I'm joking, me old mate. It's all good.
Hold on to your points. Seize theirs.
Okay, be nice in the chat as well, please. And please. Implore you. That's a good phrase to use. it was early in the morning for me when I woke up, so I apologise. I can't really speak today. I'm being a bit interesting. So Lord Rajmund, of course, didn't even go over his build, but we know what Thijsken's playing. Illusions, Inspiration, and Chronomancer. Going with Sage, which is the newer version, I would say. The Sage, the amount of healing you can get is kind of ridiculous. You still get enough Conley damage out as well. But it does mean, there's not so much spike, I guess, as I used to have, but still versus an engineer, or a scrapper, where conditions are just horrible anyway, which is why obviously he's gone for Purge Gyro there as well. And obviously Elixir Gun is going to be able to give him that cleanse as well. And the Mesmer matchup for an engineer scrapper is very, very difficult. Like, you can tell Thijsken is trying to take out a lot of those clones before they are even able to get the shatter off onto him on the first place. The problem is having enough damage in the end and abilities to do that, and he is. You can see how well he's doing that. He's going to be able to avoid the shield 4 as well, and takes him out, I believe that was, with the whirl. Congratulations, that's a good way, that's a good showcase to show how well a 1v1 between Scrapper and a Mesmer could go if you're a Scrapper. Menders, yes indeed. I didn't actually check if Thijsken was using Menders just then. That's one thing I should have seen. We're talking about generally. We're just talking about on a normal player level, like competitive. Like we're talking about this counters that, and everyone says, "Oh well, this guy should win this fight." It's like, again, please remember this is a 1 versus 1 tournament. Not everyone is a top tier competitive player. So remember, like things can and should counter other things, but it does come down to skill as well, which a lot of people do forget in this game, and kind of gets to me a little bit. But you know, that's the thing. Player skill can never be taken out of the equation. Always remember that. Always remember. Keep it calm in the chat, please. Be nice and focus on your 1 versus 1. Okay, so we are going to start this next round off. Winner of this will go through.
The match starts soon.
I'm just going to start bringing down the banhammer if people don't be nicer to each other in chat.
Hold on to your points.
So let's go one for between Rajmund and Thijsken. Let's see how well he goes. He has to stay on the Mesmer obviously in this matchup. Thijsken moves on to the Warrior, which we see him playing. See him play Warrior, Druid, and Scrapper or Engineer in these 1 versus 1 tournaments. Sorry. And obviously another thing comes into it. It's like if you're a player that, you know, even in a matchup where maybe you could win or should win, you're versus like a top player like Thijsken. Oh, nice gravity whirl from Rajmund there. Good job from him. Thijsken trying to re-engage there with a great sword. The heal comes out as well. Continuous split. Just using phase retreats to try and create some kind of distance, and using the Chaos Storm to do the same, as well as Blurred Frenzy in the Chaos Storm. I'm not sure if that was completely necessary. Probably needs to use Gravity Well at some time as well. Yeah, he's going to go down here. He needs to use it right there and then. He does get it off. He's got Distortion. He needs to use it now. He's got his heal up. He's got it. He only used it on the 1 shatter though, I do believe. Actually, he's coming back here. I don't think he's going to be able to come back fully though, because he's used a lot of his cooldowns, and getting stunned out there is not going to help his cause. Should have put Chaos Storm down. Unfortunately didn't. Might have interrupted some of that damage that was coming onto him. Thijsken does win though. That would have been a quick reaction from Rajmund if so. And Thijsken continues to slash away. Okay. Good job. Good job from Thijsken there, going through that final round and winning the series. I didn't really go into depth on Thijsken's build, so I do apologise about that. So we're just looking to see who's going to be going next. Thybzz versus Cookie, I believe. There we go. Guys, if we don't calm down in chat, I'm just going to lay the smackdown on all of you. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to lay the smackdown.
Layeth the smacketh down on your candy ass.
See? It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Smack him down. So just waiting for these guys to come in. We've got them entering in the arena now. Thybzz, third time playing in this tournament tonight. He's doing quite well for himself. Doing a good job. Doing a good job there, me old mate. There we go. Hellstuff has come in. Guys, remember, like I said before as well, the tournament is... I did link the tournament of GW2 before. So make sure that you go and look and have a look. I can see a lot of you are looking at the tournament. There's 50 of you. So go do it. It's a good cause for the community. Make sure you go and enter because it's going to be a good tournament. I'm going to be watching, or hopefully, because it's quite early for me, but hopefully I'll be able to watch an admin maybe. We'll see. But I think we've got a lot of people helping out as well, so it's a good thing that people want to come out and help the community as well. Don't forget, we are here for the ESL 1v1 today. Thybzz entering the arena versus Cookie. He's going to be playing with that Rabid Amulet condition build with the Warrior, opting to not go for the Signup and instead, oh hello, Discipline, Defense and Berserker with the crate as well. So he's not going for the Signup for unblockable attacks versus Cookie. This Cookie's Dragon Hunter was pretty good before. Oh, nice pull through the trap as well. Goes back in it. That's the classic Dragon Hunter annoyance of that trap. Nice pull though. He's got a lot of Condi removal, of course. Don't forget that he's got on Virtues a total of 5 actually, which is actually pretty good. I would have thought that going maybe for more... Let's just double check his build so I don't make this mistake right now. He is still going for Heavy Light. It's still good versus the Warrior. He's still doing a fantastic job versus Thybzz, so I'm not going to maybe think about what he could have been going for. But obviously, like I mentioned before, the possibility of going for the condition removal on block from Hunter's Fortification could be a good idea. And he does a fantastic job in the end of taking Thybzz out. So Thybzz has not lost many games in this tournament so far. Good job from himself. Yeah, we've got to get a cap. There's this flipping bug is pissing me off. I can't end the game until someone caps the point. This is one thing that needs to be mentioned. Oh, good lord. Okay, so again, guys, don't forget to check the ESL
Did you see that?
sites,
Red
the
team
global
got a
ESL.
capture
Even if you
point.
just Google ESL GW2 Global, you can find out about the tournaments going on in Guild Wars 2 for ESL as well as the tournament that's coming up on Sunday. There is still space. So honour your previous overlords and enter this tournament. I think there are teams still looking for players as well. So if you have contacts, this is on the EU, but if you've got an NA account, you can indeed enter this tournament. And there are tons of prizes available. Tons and tons. All these tournaments have gems, as long as there's enough people entering, put towards them. Maybe we can try and do something about that for the future as well. Hello, Princess, as well. Okay, so a next round between Thybzz and Cookie, of course. See how they're going to come out into this map. Cookie does have to... Cookie did have to switch because he won the previous round. Thybzz is going to stay on the warrior though, obviously. Sorry, I've got that around the wrong way. Let's switch that score. Because he did unfortunately go out before. So if you don't know what this tournament is about and you're thinking what the hell is going on, it's a 1 versus 1 tournament, multi-class. Until the final, it is a best of 3. Final is best of 5. You choose multiple classes, which you state in the chat before you start the round, the series. And the winner of the round moves on to his next class. The loser stays on his class. Loser essentially on his main class in the first round has a lot of potential to come back. This tournament favours multi-classes specifically as well. If you're good on 2 or 3 classes, you will have a good time here, even versus top players who might only play 1 class. And actually, as soon as I've gone through that discussion, you can see the Revenant is having problems versus Thybzz at the moment. Cookie has played a good Revenant today, but struggling versus the Warrior and needs to try and re-engage. Good block comes out from the Warrior, of course, as well, onto the Unrelenting Assault from the Revenant. Does bring him down quite low. Unfortunately, was walking around and a lot of his down cleave there coming out from Thybzz. And that's going to be Cookie, unfortunately, going down in that round. And I did screw up the score again, actually, because it's now 1-1. So apologies about that.
Blue team grabbed
The software is going a bit doolally at the moment. Sorry, it is 2-0. Where is my head today? Not here. Oh, it is 1-1. I thought it was 1-1. Yeah, it is 1-1. Okay. I was like, oh wow. Someone said 2-0 in chat. I was like, okay, right, let's just do that. I just had it around the wrong way. I think they switched colours. Yeah, it's okay. The admin got confused as well, so I'm alright. I'm vindicated. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. Don't think he ate enough 1v1s. Yeah, it's all good. Same thing. So 1-1 actually. Exciting times. Thybzz and Cookie. Well, one of these guys will be getting into the final and winning themselves at least 800 gems. Thijsken is already in the final, of course, winning in the semi-final versus Rajmund. We'll see which one of these members will go into the final. Obviously having quite a challenge versus Thijsken in this final. But, of course, they have to get past each other first. Let's see what happens. They're agreeing on something. Guys, in chat, please. I don't really care about the past and what's going on. Just focus on the tournament and having a laugh and enjoying yourself. We're all here for the same reason. We want to watch Guild Wars 2. We want to chill out. We want to have a nice little night or day. I don't really care about drama. I care about drama during tournaments, to be fair. That's true. But right now, focus on the 1v1 tournament. So you should be. Thybzz is walking into the game. Unfortunately. Thybzz not going too far in this 1v1 tournament. Is going to be walking into the gate. Oh, do you remember when you could destroy the gate on Legacy of the Foefire? Before the game started, and it would actually still be down when you started the game. It'd be fantastic.
Did you see that? Red team
I remember all the days. GG's. Oh dear. Yeah, a little bit of a DC there, unfortunately. Nice note of Archer. Oh, well, I mean, we're going to wait for him to come back. Don't worry. The chat is always good. Actually, the 1v1 chat is always... There's a lot of BM sometimes, but actually this week has been quite peaceful. It's actually been quite a fun evening so far. Or day. It is like 1 o'clock in the afternoon for me, so... There's that. If you've just joined the channel and you're wondering what the hell is going on, we're currently in the ESL weekly 1v1 tournament. This is on the EU, but if you're an NA player and you can get on the EU, you can, of course, enter the tournament as well. We are thinking about potentially going to NA tournaments, as I'm in the NA region as well. There is no issue casting from this side of the pond, apparently. I've had none so far, so it's pretty good. But yeah, for NA 2v2 and 1v1s, maybe 5v5s as well. But yeah, so if you want those kind of tournaments, stick tickets into Dryers so you can read lots of stuff. And even just mentioning in chat would be good, so we know whether or not that's something you guys want to see in the future. Yeah, it's interesting to be on the NA side of things at the moment, especially in an area where there might not be so many people playing, but it's still quite fun. The chat's always entertaining, that's for sure. The Undead Shadow. If you put exclamation mark bracelet into chat, you might not get too much. I don't sell them or anything either. I think we're going, it looks like we are actually going to have this matchup. Are we going to have it? Are we? Okay, Revenant versus Revenant. Cookie is going to be playing Revenant, obviously. Pardon me. Is not going to change off Radiant Revival. It might be beneficial if he did that. So many people come into the tournament and they forget that they've just copied a build from metabattle.com. And they forget to change things like Radiant Revival. So that's the thing. Thybzz probably changed it. Yes, he did. So that's one of those classic situations where, you know, he's already screwed himself over and is probably thinking that as I talk about it, especially if he's watching or listening this tournament. So there we go. Remember to check your builds for team compositions or 1v1 fights in tournaments, because that is always beneficial for your team, especially when it's toughness, I believe. Oh look, there you go, which is going to be great versus a power build, really. So off that, Cookie's already kind of screwed himself over, but we've seen that he is quite a good Revenant in the past. But meta battle is metal indeed. Indeed. Withdraws off point, and Assassin starts there. Re-engaging at some point in time, trying to get rid of that blind. Relentless Assault does take off about half. Sorry, does take about half his damage there. Cookie is... It's not got a ton less toughness, but it'd be interesting to have a look at the stats. But I'm worried that if I do that, then we're going to miss the death of Cookie, who is always running away at the moment. Thybzz is doing a good job. Actually, to be honest, he could just stay on point. Might have even got the cap there, and that's good damage coming out from Cookie. He did attack while the heal was coming out, though. It's obviously healed him back up, as he did get that slight advantage. Both members using... No, only one member, sorry, using star 5 there. Trying to get back on the point, though, to see if they can actually get a cap here. Now, star 5 is going to put Thybzz potentially back on his ass, but And does come back quite well and does go down from that unrelenting assault. And that is a good round from Cookie, who should have probably lost that. But of course, as we said before, do not judge it too much on the build or the class they're playing, because a lot of the time as well, you can just win based on the fact that you are just genuinely a pretty damn good player in this game that we called Guild Wars 2. And still continue to call it so. So, Thybzz giving out a nice shouts there. Obviously, there's Rev versus Rev as well, so that's the thing. Anyway, so this is going to be the final. Minus, 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 minus. Between Thijsken and someone else. Okie dokie. So, Spocker, you should have played in this. You probably would have actually got quite far. Okay, so just going to wipe the scoreboard there, and we'll see who's going to go next. Cookie. So Thijsken, I'm wondering if he's going to run that scrapper build, that engineer build, sorry. Ah, okay, cool. Set score, it works well. Good, good, good. Wait for well, Thybzz, now he's going for the most random name ever. Thanks, Thijsken. Thanks. If you give up, you'll get 800 gems. Wow. What? They're talking about how... Oh, there we go. Thijsken once said if he gives up, he gets 800 gems. Now, he gets 800 gems whether or not he gives up anyway. So he is going to play in this 1v1 because he has a chance to win this tournament right now. So let's get ourselves involved in this. Cookie versus Thijsken in the final of the ESL Weekly 1v1 Cup. Normally on Thursdays. If you would like to enter, then please go to the website, which will be in the link below if you use !ESL 1v1. You can go to the website and you can see all the ESL events for Guild Wars 2 in the future. I believe they're up till next week. We've got 2v2 on the Wednesday and a 1v1 on a Thursday. So obviously there are sign-ups open. People don't really sign up this early normally, but get in there quickly. Obviously. Be nice to see you. We is cast C-Mash, who's been casting Guild Wars 2 on and off for a while now. Running it on the Wednesdays and myself on the Thursdays for 1v1s. Should be quite fun. Let's get this started as we do the game starts. Cookie is going to be playing on the Revenant as we saw before. Still running with Radiant Revival. I really want to whisper him. And he wants to do that. Oh, versus Thijsken as well. It doesn't, a tiny thing like that versus a player like Thijsken is going to screw him over completely. First place gets 2k gems. Second place gets 800 gems. So God. And this is the 8th week in the reinvention of this tournament. Thanks to Dries and the rest of the crew. Works quite well with the multi-class feature and the capture point as well. So if you've got a lot of stealth coming out, you can win by capturing the point, or you can win by killing the opposite team member as well. So Thijsken opts to go for the warrior this time round, as I mentioned very briefly, going for discipline, going for defense and berserker here. He's going to go going for carrying amulet with the crates with a longbow, fairly safe. situation for him, especially versus the Revenant as well. Does go for the unblockable Signup, as you can see right there. Just waiting for Cookie to come out that shield 5 there. He does. Removal of conditions. Tries to knock him back. Doesn't occur. Thijsken does have blind on him at the moment. Blocks any incoming damage. But Cookie... Does Cookie have a running assault? It's star 5 though. Has that available? Should he so wish or need to use it? His heal's going to be coming up. Oh! Nice! Immobilized down into that fire field there. Coming through the warrior. He can't use that heal yet because he knows Thijsken will just not attack him, so he needs to use it in some kind of just before Thijsken uses a big upcoming damage ability with probably, you know, a big animation, obvious as well. He's doing well versus Thijsken at the moment. He's just trying to keep a distance. He needs to try and get back up. No, Thijsken is not going to attack him now. He's actually blocking. Oh no! He did? Did he just skull crack him on his heel? I'm not sure if he did. I might have been just after, actually, but Cookie has regenerated significantly. But he's not on the attack at all. He's on the defense. Dodging away, star 5. Just pushing back. Absolutely fine, though. Elite comes out. Did use his skull grinder during that Elite as well. Cookie's playing it well to avoid the damage and stay alive, but it doesn't feel like he's going to be able to win this. He's just surviving. He can't really win the cap either because he's so tanky. Nice knockback, pushes him back on his ass. Needs to try and maybe combo that up with Unrelenting Assault next time, but I do believe that's one of the only times he's been able to get his star 5 off onto Thijsken there as well. Let's have a look at Thijsken's point of view, see how well he's playing this. I mean, slowly but surely, Thijsken is being taken down, and if he can keep his health around half HP, he can win this fight. But the thing is, he has to get away. Again, another star 5 does hit Thijsken as well. You can see that adrenal health just ticking and ticking away. Elite comes out, not going to be able to get it. Does dodge away, actually, himself. Oh! The interrupts and actually putting down the skull grinder. Oh, that was so good from Thijsken there. And in the end was just too much for the Revenant to take. Good job there from Thijsken. And a fantastic job really from Cookie as well, to be fair. Good job. Nice one. He should be proud of himself in this tournament today. That is for certain. 1 versus 1 tournament. Remember, this is a best of 5, so the first person to 3 will win this tournament and walk away with 2,000 gems. See how well it goes in this next round, whether or not Cookie can come back. Of course, Thijsken has to change off the warrior now. Remember, we do have Druid and Scrapper probably for Thijsken left. I think he's used Thief as well in recent weeks. Cookie does have to remain on the Revenant, so I would say that Thijsken probably is going to roll out with the Scrapper. We'll see though. The potential for that to occur. Guys, how are you this evening? I hope you're very well and you're looking forward to your weekend ahead, or if you're working on the weekend then not so. Oh yes, sorry. Let me switch that score up for you there as well. My bad. Done that a couple of times today, thank you sir. Rigged. I just wanted Cookie to win, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I've had a bit of a crazy week so far. I'm very tired. And I'm not feeling too well, so I'm apologising about this. At the moment. So we're just waiting for players to come into the map. And we'll get on with things. Yeah, this is just casted because I want to cast it, dude. This is the way it's always been with bedroom casts. I've never been paid for a cast I've done at home or in my bedroom. Nope, not once. I haven't even been paid. I've not actually been paid for all of the casts that I've done outside of that as well. I enjoy doing it. I like casting Guild Wars 2. I like casting. It's what I do mainly. It's what I enjoy mainly as well. If I could cast, because and guys, like, just so you know,
The match starts
actually, I'll tell you after this. But I do this full time. This is my full-time job. I've gone full-time streamer. So if you want to support myself and the channel, you can do so by subscribing. You can get yourself emotes, also sound effects and all that kind of stuff. Selfless plug during the cup, I know. Normally comes at the end, but as you were talking about it. Anyway, Thijsken and Cookie going to be going into the next matchup. Thijsken going for the scrapper, which makes complete sense. No, he's not. He's going for Condi. Ugh. Versus the Revenant. Obviously going to be picking up that Rabid Amulet. He wants to go for that toughness versus such a high intense power damage build. You need that toughness. You can, if he hadn't had the toughness, he probably actually would have died right there, because that was a significant amount of damage. But look at Cookie. He has issues versus Condi as well. And Thijsken wins that very easily. And finishes him off in a fashion which was kind of ridiculous. As I was talking about it, I completely didn't explain what happened, so that was a good job. Jesus, I was not expecting him to win it that quickly. Bloody hell. It's all about free labour. It's all about doing it for, you know, nerf Condi engine. Not just for yourself, but, you know, trying to do it something for the community and bring tournaments to the world, you know. And that's what the admins do as well, guys. Thybzz has been doing this for quite a while now, and he's in the chat always trying to make sure these tournaments go ahead for you boys and girls. Other admins in the ESL, like, you know, C-Mash and the boys, and Mustafa. More like Buffer of Cleanse, probably. I will get Thijsken to show you at the end. Maybe we should do interviews after these 1v1 tournaments. Could be kind of fun. €100 to €200 for number 1. I mean, I would say that if you did something like that, I mean, maybe make it more amateurish, more of an amateur tournament for that money, rather than top teams. If you want to talk about it more, let me know, man. He was rabid, yes. Indeed. Thijsken, if you want to post your build in chat afterwards, yeah, then do that. That'd be cool. I've screenshotted it actually and brought it up. I'm sorry. It's not over yet, wishes. It's 2-0 to Thijsken, so I'll update the score. We've got one more round potentially for Thijsken to take the tournament this week. Otherwise, Cookie potentially needs to win 3 games in a row, really. Well, he has to. Not really. He has to win 3 games in a row. Didn't we see?
The match starts
Oh, yeah, of course. Staking on the Revenant for this man. Until he wins. It's going to be Druid for Thijsken, as I said before, normally playing the Druids. But obviously we had... Oh, interesting. Runa's Scrapper there. It's going to give him toughness, of course. And if he stays in range of the Revenant, he's going to reduce that damage because of the damage reduction on the 6-piece there. Marauder Amulet, though. Oh, would Paladins have been better? I mean, he gets toughness from Scrapper. He's going to get more damage. You could have some problems here. The old Cookie. But I would say this is the best chance for Cookie to come back into this tournament, if anything. Marauders could be an interesting choice. Does have toughness anyway, though, Thijsken. See, Nice knock. Stun break out from Thijsken. Obviously the pet. The roots as well, along with the pet damage. Needs to use his heal there. He should be getting a little bit of heal there. That was a good combination from Thijsken. Wow. Good job from him. Might sound obvious, but the problem is now Cookie has to be fully offensive, as Thijsken, for the first time in this tournament, is the only player to actually get a capture point as well. And that was a good combination, which really worked quite well for him. Cookie maybe not expecting that to occur. Smoke scale comes out from Thijsken as well. Gets a bit of stealth to just move away. Give himself some breathing room. But that is going to be Cookie down and out with the pit. You could just see him just jumping onto him, as well as having the stealth there. He was just up for Cookie. Was a good job indeed. Ah, Sigurd. Okay, I thought you meant for 1v1s and whatnot. We'll talk about it in a moment. I'll get back to you. Because Thijsken has won the 1v1 tournament for the ESL in the EU this week. He wins himself 2,000 gems. Cookie gets himself 800 and has performed remarkably well throughout this tournament. Thank you all for tuning in. Good job to everyone that showed up in the end. I know it was postponed from Thursday to Friday, of course. And it was a fantastic tournament as per usual. We had 20 people involved. Unfortunately, only half of those checked in. I think it was because of the postponement of the tournament. But it was indeed a very, very good job. So, playing Rev, we've had some really good Revenants actually, playing in the 1v1 tournaments. They've actually won the whole thing, so it's actually been brilliant. I think we had Aurora, last week we had, oh god, I can't remember. New guy who came into the tournament who was really good. I think we were friends in the same guild. I can't remember, but yeah. But yes. I know there's tournament talk of stuff going on in chat. I'm going to continue. I think I'm going to play some Guild Wars 2 today. I would rather cast Guild Wars 2 at the moment than play. I'm not joking. That was a joke. Maybe not. But anyway, the tournament on Sunday, as I have mentioned multiple times during the stream, is gonna be, oh god, I'm not sure what time it is in the rest of the world, but here you go. Here's the link, and that's for the tournament of GW2, hosted by Sind and obviously House Zeph as well. So if you're not involved and you can see people that need to have participants, individuals to sign up, then please get in contact with someone from those teams. I think you can see their account names and whatnot as well. It would be fantastic if you could try and join into that tournament, or at the very least go and watch the tournament on Sunday. I believe it starts at around, I want to say 7 AM PT. You can see all the information there anyway, so I don't really need to tell you. But it starts at 4 PM CET, so that's 3 PM GMT, and that would be, yes, 7 AM. Over on the Pacific Coast, and it would be 10 AM if you're on the East Coast. So yes, those are all the, look at that. I know my times now. It's pretty damn good. Good stuff. Ah, and Sin put it in the chat as well. Hello. Okay, so yes, it was a very good tournament indeed. I'm going to continue to play a bit of Guild Wars 2. Whether or not I go solo, necro, whatever. I am just going to go for a little break. And I'm just going to do my little spiel at the end of the cup, so you guys know I have recently moved to America. I am now a full-time streamer, caster, or looking at casting other stuff as well. The way I get through life is by support through the channel. So if you want to subscribe, not the way I get through life. I can get through life okay if you just watch. That's also fine. But you can follow, subscribe to the channel below as well to continue to support me. And I will see you very soon. I'm going to come back in a moment and just play some Guild Wars 2. Hang out in the chat if you want to hang out. Then come say hello. Yeah. I'll see you in about 5 or so. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to also sign up for future as well. ESL Cups. It's not just that's the link to the global. So go and check out the events. Hopefully bringing some NA Cups to you in the future around springtime. But yeah, let us know what you think about that. Support tickets if you want to see tournaments, other tournaments, or have any ideas. Send some stuff into ESL via support tickets on the website, and you can we can all maybe have a chat about that. But otherwise, I've been Jebro. I'll see you next week for the ESL 1v1, which will be on Thursday at 7 PM GMT, 8 PM CET, 11 AM Pacific, and 2 PM East Coast. I'll be back shortly for my own stream. See you soon.